Welcome, wanderers. I am Jeremy Grafe, and my guest at the Wandering Bard this week is Mr. Collin Purcell.
Hello.
It's so nice to have you back.
It's so nice to be here. In the brand new Wandering Bard.
That's right.
Not brand new.
Well, it wandered.
New to me, yeah. It wandered over. Wandered over here.
And you wandered in.
And I just showed up and.
In the rain.
So, if you're new to the Wandering Bard, pull up a seat at the common room table, say hi, and folk will welcome you heartily. Please do give this channel a follow, and don't forget to share so people know what's good about a Monday night.
I am Godfrey von Norton's.
That is quite right, Ray.
That's quite true.
And he's not shouting about it right now, which we're grateful for,
But
because he's mine.
Saturday, come on through and I'll shout.
Yeah,
I'll shout all
he'll
day.
shout it to the rooftops. You will be terrified and strangely aroused.
It will be strange, I can promise you that.
No matter how it works out. Yeah. So some of you might recognize Collin as a guest from way back at last summer. And I'm really excited because this year Collin is on cast at the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair. Yeah. We're going to talk about that in a little bit, but we've got some more music for you.
Yeah.
There's only two of us, but I think it's appropriate we play the next song. Baby soldiers three, pardonnez-moi, je vous en prie. Lately come forth of the low country with never a penny of money. Pardonnez-moi, je vous en prie, to all good fellows wherever they be, with never a penny of money. We be soldiers three, pardonnez-moi, je vous en prie, lately come forth from the low country, with never a penny of money. Here, my friends, I'll sing you a song. Sing for the brave and sing for the strong. To all those living and those who have gone, with never a penny of money. We be soldiers three, pardonnez-moi, je vous en prie, lately come forth of the low country, with never a penny of money. He that will not pledge me this, pardonnez-moi, je vous en prie, pays for the shot, whatever it is, with never a penny of money. We be soldiers three, pardonnez-moi, je vous en prie, lately come forth of the low country, with never a penny of money. Charge it again, boys, charge it again. Pardonnez-moi, je vous en prie, as long as there is any ink in my pen, with never a penny of money. We be soldiers three, pardonnez-moi, je vous en prie, lately come forth of the low country, with never a penny on plea, lately come forth of the low country, with never a penny of money.
Not one penny.
Not at all.
Not a single one.
Not a single cent.
Nothing. Nada.
Went to that whole
zilch.
war for nothing.
No, we got some good stories out of it.
Oh, that's true.
And these nice people will buy us drinks.
Yeah.
Ooh, speaking of which, so a couple weeks ago, I went to Penzic, and my good friend Davi hooked me up with some mead from Wandering Wind Meadery. And tonight we are having, we're having tastes of one of my favorite and one of his flagship meads, his Irish Sailor's Mead. So we poured a little bit of that out ahead of the show, and here we are. So here's one for all of the soldiers.
Cheers.
Jazz.
And here's to you, Davi and Dawn, who are making some incredible mead in West Virginia.
Thanks, guys. Oh, holy moly, that's good. Oh my god, there's cinnamon in there? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Jeremy described this to me as the gum from Willy Wonka.
You taste all the stuff in it, but you don't turn into a blueberry at the end, which I would say is a win all around. Anyway, do check out Wandering Wind Meadery. They have some great stuff. And Davi just created a mead club. So every month you will be able to order mead and get it shipped right to your door wherever you are. So hit them up and do a little bit of research. But I highly recommend it. We will be sampling another one of Davi's excellent meads next week when Jules Schrader will actually be on the show.
We promise,
So,
we swear.
yeah. With Pennsylvania Ren Fair showing up, it really kind of jacked up some of our schedules. So now that everybody is more or less settled into weekend one, I'm hoping that we're going to have like different guests every week. So hopefully a lot more of our friends will be showing up. Hopefully you'll be back soon too,
Yeah,
Collin.
hell yeah. And I just saw a little hello from Vogamoot Live. Hello, Vogamoot Live.
Misha in internet form.
My people.
We might be able to arrange that, Ray. I will note that we sent a bottle of that home with Sybil Brighthaven earlier in the week. So unless she's already consumed that, she might also be willing to share.
Astrologer.
Oh yeah, and in 2 weeks, that is our... No, it's not 2 weeks. It's 3 weeks. It's the week after Labor Day. Michael will be with us.
Oh, cool.
So-
So I'll definitely be back for that day photo
Yeah.
show.
So we've got a couple other people that we're hoping that we can get here, but we're hoping that we can have a pretty big and interesting crew for that. So it might make sound a little weird, but we've done it with nothing but condenser mics before and shouting when we're talking, so we can totally do that. So, Collin has been requesting some of the songs that he got to play when he was on the show last year, which makes me feel good because I wrote them.
And I like them.
Yes, which is always good. So we're going to play a bunch of originals, and some of these Collin only got to hear for the first time tonight.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to hear your responses to all of this, but I know I've always enjoyed playing with Collin from the first time we played together.
Yeah.
And it always feels like everything's just super easy, and we're not like... We always sound good together, I think.
I can tell our first ever meeting in character at a fair when we get to talking about fairs.
I mean, we can do that now.
Or we can do it right now.
We can do it right now.
Do you want the story right now?
Right now!
Yeah, first time I ever met Jeremy, I was a cast member at Sterling, and I was a Lance Connect, and I was the only Lance Connect.
Other than Volgamoot.
Other than Volgamoot,
But
who
he was
were
the only
also
one on
there.
cast.
I was the only non-Volgamoot Lance Connect. And, I went to go pee, and because I had a giant pike and a big floppy hat...
He means the kind of pike that you used in military service, not the kind that you would peer over the stall to stare
Why do you
at.
have to explain
Right, not that kind of pointy pike. Moving on from the yeah, and I had to pee, and I went with my good friend who was playing a thief at that fair, and I would put my hat on his head, and he would take my spear, and I'd go into the bathroom to pee. And while I would do that, he would have this whole bit about trying to pawn off my wares, and I would come back out very annoyed at him, but who was there being the recipient of the pawning but Jeremy?
No, you were already yelling at him for taking your stuff.
Was I yelling at him? Oh,
Yeah.
Well, I was already yelling at him, really mad for taking my stuff. Jeremy comes around the corner as a Volgamut Landsknecht, being like, uh-oh, man, the Bruder is in trouble, and helped me out in that scenario. It was a lovely bit, and then that's history in the making.
But the fun part was the other two cast members had no idea what was going on.
I didn't even know what was going on, but all I knew is you were picking up all the cues. It was a lot of yes-anding in that moment.
Yes, and a lot of me screaming in fake German at two hapless cast members who had no idea what was going on.
When Misha is not here, it's German Gramolo all day.
All day.
It's none of
All
it's real.
I might have asked them where I could sharpen my pencil. Anyway.
Oh, that's funny. It was Sebastian with the Framework sign.
on joue à bois. Quand je vends du vin coupé, mais tout tourner, 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 tourner. Aussi désormais je bois on joue à bois. Chantons et mouvons, c'est vrai qu'on fait son de guerre. Chantons et mouvons, mes amis, mouvons donc. Chantons et mouvons, c'est vrai qu'on fait son de guerre. Chantons et mouvons, mes amis, mouvons donc. Chantons et mouvons, c'est vrai qu'on fait sans de guerre. Chantons et mouvons, mes amis, mouvons donc. Chantons et mouvons, c'est vrai qu'on fait sans de guerre. Chantons et mouvons, mes amis, mouvons donc. De vaincrai, mais tout tourner, 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 tourner. Aussi désormais je bois, on joue à bois. Quand je bande de vaincrai, mais tout tourner, 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 tourner. Aussi désormais je bois, on joue à bois. Chantons et mouvons, c'est fait qu'on fait sans la guerre. Chantons et mouvons, mes amis, mouvons donc. Chantons et mouvons, c'est vrai qu'on fait sans la guerre. Chantons et mouvons, mes amis, mouvons donc.
Cheers. A double, a twofer. Y'all got a twofer.
Whoa, 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 house elf Plinko coming through.
It sounds so good, the clinking.
ASMR. Toast ASMR.
Fine blue liquid. All right, moving on. So,
Woo.
well, let's
Vanessa said she'd gladly pay for a download of tonight's show.
that'll be a conversation that we will have later. Hey, friends, I know I've been talking about this for months now, but really and truly, I finally have the cover art. I just need to do a little bit of editing, and I will have an acoustic album out within the next week. I promise. So that'll be on the website for free for people who subscribe to jeremygrafemusic.com. Everybody else, I don't know. Let's say it'll be $5. So there you go.
That's really awesome.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. A few months ago, for those of you who are just tuning in, or for Collin, who wasn't there that night either, we had a really cool show planned and had like random audio problems because our software was updating that night or the day after, and it was just not behaving. So the live show sounded kind of bad. But the demo, when I practiced for that morning, was really solid. So I just want to do a little bit of EQing and a little bit of mastering, and that's going to get released. So I'm going to call it the McMurdo tapes in honor of that episode sounding like we piped it in from Antarctica.
Well, that's cool. Just a little bit of touch-up.
I mean, it doesn't need a lot. It's just to make it sparkle just a little more.
Cool.
Just a little bit of polish. But like,
Cool.
it's one track. It's vocal and guitar all in one track.
Nice.
And I had a really good morning. So
Cool. Yeah.
hopefully you will all agree, and hopefully you will all buy it. So.
Agree.
So I will have that up for next week, and we'll post the link to it, which you will also be able to buy from the website without being a subscriber. So yeah, like that.
Yes,
But we've
I saw
got
a comment up there too, like in the duo guitars.
Yeah, we're
like in the guitar.
that'll. Would you maybe be into that?
Yeah. Yes. Sure.
We'll talk about the details after the show.
Give the people what they want.
Yeah, so that'll also probably require a little bit of love and attention, and maybe Collin and I can get a little photo shoot together. Yeah.
The freedom track.
Freedom track. There we are. So, on a more serious note, I wrote this song at the beginning of Russia's vile and disgusting invasion of Ukraine, and I've been playing this song. I gave it a break for a couple of weeks when I was traveling, and it's time to bring it back because Ukraine has done better than anybody would have guessed, except maybe the Ukrainians, because they know their own heart. But until you're in certain situations, you don't know how you'll be. And the Ukrainians have been just a model for steadfastness over the last few months. So this is to the strength and continued endurance of Ukrainians. Take these seeds with you as you go. May they line your pocket with memory to remind us when you've gone. You can leave something of beauty. Leave us bright echoes of your passing. Socks unbent and petals shining. Of the strength that met you here. Sunflowers unfold in the dawning. Set the fields ablaze in golden hue. Let them follow sun till gloaming. Sky above, yellow flowers below. From east to west grow resolutely. Cheer our days to last throughout the night. Though our heads bow till the morning. By day they'll shine, unfurl and seek the sun. We'll recall the price of planting.
was very appropriate color of drink and color of glass for
Not on purpose.
the song.
We gave Collin his choice of what he wanted to try. Mm-hmm. Irish Sailor's Mead, people. Real good.
Right. Doesn't turn you into blueberry, turns you into an Irishman.
Which is not terrible. More on that later. So the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair opened, Collin, and you are on cast this year.
I am.
As one of the Rakish Rogues.
I am.
What's good about it?
It is a really fun time. You know, it's one of the PG-13-ish shows. So we get a little naughty, get a little dirty. But still, I think it was opening weekend, so just kind of shaking out all the nerves. But the harmonies are tight. Mm-hmm. The songs are really great. I'm sure as we get comfortable going forward, we're going to start switching up our set lists and start adding some stuff. We've got, for those of y'all who are Pennsylvania-based, we've got Pete Hedberg back on the Rogues. He's a long-timer. And then both of the other Rogues, like me, are brand new to this year. And so, you know, kind of taking definitely lessons from Pete and our great music director, Katie, and just trying to put together the best show we can. And then the Rogues and Sirens show as well is a whole lot of fun. That one is even more naughty because it's 8 of us together trying to think of some crazy jokes. It's been a lot of fun. And then I'm doing Much Ado About Nothing as well, if you guys want to check out the Shakespeare show.
Yeah, do that. I got to see the preview, and it's brilliant. I mean, they cut it down to 45 minutes as a runtime.
Right.
Pennsylvania folk will recognize the director, Mary Huff, as Queen Elizabeth from 2018 and 2019 seasons, and she did a masterful job of making the cuts to make the play like it has the integrity of the play, and they do a few really clever things that are like really funny, but move the action along without having to see like the whole thing. So
yeah, and it's pretty crazy. You know, we start rehearsing for the Bacchanalian shows. Like we moved in, got down here to July 18th, I want to say. Yeah. And so within like 4 or 5 weeks, we put up a Shakespeare. Yeah. Which is like, you know, we're not rehearsing the Shakespeare show every day. It's like 2-hour blocks every few days. And so, you know, putting up on its feet, getting the air sucked out of the thing and making it 45 minutes is a challenge, but I think we do a funny job. And yeah, the Rogues is a lot of fun. It's really cool to be at PA, coming from Sterling, coming from other fair kind of culture, and just learning a new thing and getting to play music all day. It's been a riot, and 10 more weekends to kick some butt. How are you feeling about the Braymore Bards? Is Jeremy's group?
I feel really good. I mean, we had a weekend that we didn't expect. There were some unfortunate illnesses in the other Blackfire groups, and we were asked to perform at Midday Revels this weekend, which we weren't scheduled to do. And we picked up another set, another official set during the day.
They just slotted you in on some extra.
Yeah, and I mean, it actually worked really well. I mean, Kaz and Rachel, who say hi to Rachel. Ray is Ray Dragon.
Hi.
So Kaz and Rachel and Fiona, the other 3 that make up the Braymore Bards, did such a great job getting ready that we all felt really confident to do it, and it felt like. MDR can be. Last year, I remember MDR as being like fairly nerve-wracking because it's at the Globe. So on a full festival day and all those seats being full, it's like 2,000 people on like a full day.
Right. Yeah.
Which can be a little nerve-wracking.
If those benches are full, it's a lot of folks. Yeah.
Yeah, and even halfway, like it's still
a lot of folks.
And then there's the weight of it just being that stage at that festival for me because I grew up here.
Sure. Yeah.
So, I mean, I've been going to Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair mostly as a patron since I was 15. So I've been going there a long time.
And the Globe stage is wild. It's a big stage, you know.
Yeah.
And MDR can be crazy because it's this year it's at 3:00. Yeah. And so just based on sun location, MDR can be a pretty
it can be a bit of a pressure cooker.
Yeah.
But having said all that, I felt really confident and really good because
you guys sounded great.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I felt like MDR was great this week. So
it felt really solid.
If you're coming to Parf,
Don't
Come
miss
through to
Midday
some
Rebels.
Midday Rebels. It's revelry. That's for sure.
Yeah. And theoretically, we won't be at MDR next week, and I hope the other Blackfire groups are all like 100% and well, and everybody's ready, and like the schedule is just gonna like adapt to the first week being wonky. But
Oh yeah, because we did throw you guys in on Thursday too.
yeah.
Yeah, so it was right. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
well, we
right,
played the
yeah.
preview day, but we
Yeah,
knew
get
that
all
was
the,
going to
get all the
happen.
jitters out.
Right.
Yeah. We're just gonna run into it.
Yeah.
Good weekend. You know, opening weekend's crazy, but we're open. So come through to the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair. It is pretty remarkable what a day's ticket gives you access to. There is literally no way you could see it all if you wanted to in one day.
Nope.
You just couldn't do it.
Nope.
Because there's also amazing independent acts.
Yep.
And fun stage shows. And fun street shows.
Yeah.
And then you just need to relax a little bit and not go to anything and eat your meal. And
just walk around.
There's plenty to do. So come through, even if you're not in PA.
Yeah, totally. And it is worth it to come for the weekend. Like Collin said, like if I were going to come for just one weekend, I would come on a weekend, and Saturday I might go to all the plot shows. Just get it out of the way so you know what's going on, because the plot shows are really good this year. It's a really cool scenario, and everyone who's like one of the primaries in the story is just brilliant.
They're great, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a semi-improvised Mel Brooks movie, but the whole day, and you're living in it. And then I would come back Sunday and just see all, like, as many of the independents and as much of the other stuff as you can. There's way too much to see even in one weekend, but
Yeah.
if you were going to try and do it all, that would be my recommendation as a long-term Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair fan.
Yeah, and if you do want to mesh the worlds together of the streaming world we've got here, I believe Oktoberfest, you can find Volgamuth themselves hanging around for the weekend at PA. So come out for Oktoberfest weekend if you want to get some German pipes all up in your system.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that'll probably be a good week for live streaming too, I would expect. So
Delaney does crack me up too.
yeah. Brilliantly casted, I'll say.
Alrighty.
Yeah, well, why don't we get into a bit more music then?
Yeah, let's do it too. Do you want to talk about this one, or you just want to do it?
Well, now I kind of have to. So, long-term viewers of the show will recognize the next song, Leviathan, as being based on Alchemy Wars trilogy by Ian Tregillis. This is one of my favorite fantasy series, and I think Ian does a great job of animating the main factions of the book, of which there's 3 mains, but there's some others if you're kind of looking around and read a little further. I don't want to give too much away, but it is the droid rebellion that I wanted to see out of Star Wars. And no, Battlestar Galactica did not do that for me. I like the show, but no. Ian did a better job, I think, with the writing. Not that I don't love Edward James Olmos, because I do, and I have since Miami Vice, which I'm showing my age because I watched it when it was still on rather than syndicated or streaming. Anyway, Leviathan. Change me? Did you change me? Did you change me? I can say no, I can say no. unweary drift, never feel the earth again. Nowhere safer than the skies we sail. No enemy can reach us beyond clouds veil. Did you change me? Did you change me? Did you change me? I can change me. I can say no. I can say no. I can say no. I can say. I can say no. I can say no. I can say no. I can say. Sounds my doom. Conflagration fills my veins and brings dismay. Incinerate my body, mind, and soul. At last alive, but gone too soon, much too soon. I can say no, I can say no, I can say no, I can say, I can say no, I can say no, I can say no, I can say.
I like that one. That was nice.
Thank you, sir.
I think that this mead might have medicinal properties.
Yeah, do you feel medicated?
No, like I was I failed my constitution roll against the various fires and dust at Penzic. One of the camps we were hanging out with had like these like color packets that they threw in the flames, which made the flames really cool colors, but the next day I kind of felt like my throat was scorched and my sinuses were scorched.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
And hung out there again the next night, kind of late. Same thing.
Just
woke up
breathing all
worse.
that in, and it was like.
And
Was
came
it
back.
allergies, you think, or just general?
It could have been, but I think there was like a copper compound
like
in it.
the green flame and
Sure.
everything like that. Yeah.
I don't think we were supposed to sit close to that. So important safety tip, friends. If you're gonna throw that shit in your fire, back up. Thus concludes my PSA.
Well, yeah, that's like the safe stuff they put in a firework, essentially.
Right.
Right.
The safe stuff they put in a firework. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, so speaking of like restoration and all that, I know not everybody is like in the best place, and some of us have been struggling with stuff that's been exacerbated by or caused by the pandemic and other really fun geopolitical nonsense of the last 3 years. So I wrote this song. I wrote this song for you, all of you. Because most of the time, if we survive the thing and we're around the right people, we can actually come out better on the other end. And my hope and my prayer for everybody listening is that you do find this kind of restoration for whatever it is that's keeping you down right now. too.
Yeah.
So, fun story.
The ending refrain just makes me feel good.
I mean, that's what it was designed to do. When I wrote it, I was trying to write a refrain that people would be able to like get, and people could sing and like feel better about the spot that they were in. Like I was imagining friends who had gone through chemo and like giving them like that as like, I don't know, like some kind of a token or a prayer that they can walk into like whatever they're going into. And
I mean, I think that this is something I feel like that humans, getting deep, but something I feel like humans forget to do is, like, I don't know, we have such a defined understanding of the term grief or grieving.
Yeah.
Like, it has to be pertaining to, like, a certain type of loss, almost. You know, it's like grief, like, you know, when you're talking about death, you're talking about stuff like that. But grief is a much wider emotion.
Yeah, you can grieve.
Like, grieving for what's lost, I like the, it's like the generality of grief, I feel like there's not enough stuff about.
Right.
And it's like we don't talk, it's not in our nomenclature, like just the idea of moving or leaving a place you spend a lot of time with, like that affects you, but we don't talk about grieving like an old house or grieving an old apartment or like...
Or a country, like if you're a refugee.
Right, exactly, right.
Yeah, or a job, like if the job disappears, or a community if like circumstances change. Yeah.
Talk about it more.
We could talk about it more, but the thing is, music is like a kind of real visceral magic. Like there are songs that I can sing and will instantly put me in a better mood. Like, and like for different things. Like there are some songs that put me in a mood that I'm like, I feel like I've bolstered my spirits and can like fight through something that's hard. Or
right.
Like,
sometimes it's like music is literally like the transportation industry.
For real.
It's taking you somewhere else.
But like quantum transportation, not like...
all of a sudden you could be zwerp and you're just like,
hey, this is better.
Yeah, right.
Well, hey friends, if you're new to The Wandering Bard, welcome. I am Jeremy Grafe. My guest tonight has been Collin Purcell. And of course, we have the mighty House Elf 1 behind the control desk.
House Elf 1.
And if you are new, please give us a follow and share the channel. The VOD is going to be up for 2 weeks. I'm going to be posting the VOD for this week and last week in a day or two. We had some computer problems, so hopefully those will no longer be an issue this week. But anyway, yeah, music that puts you in a good mood. Ha 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 ha. So yeah, anyway, friends, do consider subscribing on Prime like Heather did. If you're a Prime subscriber, you actually get a free subscription to a channel of your choice if you are an Amazon Prime member.
Wow.
And Judith.
And Judith. Thanks, Judith.
And Lindsay.
And Lindsay.
And Scott.
And Scott. Lots of Prime subscribers on this channel. We would be honored to have yours. And if you didn't know you had that benefit, you're actually paying for it, so you might as well use it. And if you feel like going a little extra and supporting the channel, please go to jeremygrafemusic.com and consider subscribing. For $5 a month, you'll get exclusive video and access to my entire music catalog, which in about 2 weeks is going to expand a little bit more.
Yeah.
But there's already, I think, 4 albums that you can download, and they don't cost anything more than like that. Well, than you would spend for a latte or a glass of mead or a pint at your local bar.
And Carlos.
And Carlos.
This month, because they go back and they do the
That's right.
trade-off.
Music. Support your local music.
That's right. Or in the case of many of you, your non-local music,
Right. Support
but your local virtual pub.
Your Twitch music. The one good thing that could have maybe come from this time we've had is we have
That is
accessible
absolutely
musicians
true.
right through the screen.
Yeah. So, friends, it has come to that part of the show where I have good news and I have bad news. The bad news first. We only have one more song for you. But the good news is, we have another song for you. call. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. If I had money enough to spend and leisure time to sit a while, there is a fair maid in this town that sorely has my heart beguiled. Her rosy cheeks and ruby lips, I own she has my heart enthralled. Then fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. All the comrades there I had, they're sorry for my going away. And all the sweethearts there I had, they'd wish me one more day to stay. But since it falls to my lot that I should rise and you should not, I'll gently rise and softly call. Good night and joy be with you all. All the comrades here I had, they're sorry for my going away. And all the sweethearts there I had, they'd wish me one more day to stay. But since it falls to my lot that I should rise and you should not, I'll gently rise and softly call. Good night and joy be with you all. Good night and joy be with you all. Good night and joy be with you all. Hey friends, thanks so much for tuning in. Thank you, Collin, for being on
Thanks
the show.
for having me. This is a lot of fun.
It is. We'll
I
do
hope
this
you guys
again.
had fun.
We'll do this again real soon, friends. So until next Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, love you all. Thanks for tuning in. See you soon. Happy
You
wandering.
guys are awesome. Thanks for hanging.